everybody, it's me again, Mrs. TK. I'm really glad to be here with you to talk to you about God. I always have some exciting things to share with all my friends who are watching. And you know, today I was thinking about something important because my son works at Kroger. This is a really good thing for me because I'm not supposed to be out driving around all over the place and doing stuff. And if I run out of things, it's really nice when he finishes his work shift at Kroger, he'll call me on his cell phone and he'll say, "Hey Mom, is there anything you need?" Isn't that nice? He can pick it up for me and pay for it with my money and bring it home to me. It's a really nice thing. And generally speaking, there's always something I can think of that I need. And that got me thinking about needs. Do I really need all the things I think I need? You know, all of us have things that we need. Other things are things that we just want or like to have. Let's see if we can make a list. Let's see. Food. Food, would you say that's something we all need? Well, yeah, sure. Food. It doesn't always have to be chocolate. It can be carrots or healthy food. That's always a good thing. Food is something we all need, so that goes on that side of the column. What about water? Liquids. Sure, our bodies need water to survive. Let me put that on the needs list. How about diaper cream? Ooh, if you're not a baby, you don't need diaper cream. Let's put that on the don't necessarily need it list. Okay, right there. How about shelter? A home to live in. Need or not a need? I think that's a need. Especially these days, we all need a place to have as our shelter. How about baseball caps? No? Nah. You can live without a baseball cap, believe me. They look stupid on me. Ooh, crayons? I like crayons, but not a need. That's the other side of the list. What about love? Love. We all need love. Human beings need love and care. That's going on the needs list. What about, I just thought of something. Jesus. We all need Jesus. We learn about him in the Bible. I'm putting him on the definitely need list. Jesus. Not something Lee can pick up for me at Kroger. But Jesus is definitely a need that I have, and we all have. You know, we all have these needs in common. We all need those things: food, shelter, water, people to care for us. The really nice thing is that God cares for all of us, and he supplies us with all the things that we need. He cares for us in our homes. He cares for the homeless people who eat in soup kitchens. He cares for people all over the world, and he makes sure he supplies our needs. Now, there's a Bible account I'm going to tell you about that. But to do it, I have to go back in the Bible to a different part. You see, we've been talking about Jesus after he lived on earth and died and rose from the grave. He went back up to heaven. That's all written about in, this part of the Bible over here. But we are going to go back in time now to the time before Jesus came here to earth. Long before that, there was a man named Elisha. Elisha was a prophet of God. That means he gave the people messages from God. And he came across a woman who had really great needs. Maybe I can show you rather than just tell you. I don't have the kind of things that they had back in Bible times, but I'll do my best with things from around my own house. You see, this woman who was a friend of Elisha, she was a widow. Her husband had died, and she was in a very, very bad situation. The Bible says that she had spent all of her money. She had no money left. And because her husband was dead, he wasn't there to make any money, and she couldn't work. Why, she owed so much money to her creditors that they were going to take her sons away from her and make them be slaves to pay off her debt. That's the situation she was in when Elisha came upon her. Boy, that would be a terrible situation. So the widow told Elisha about her needs, and she reminded Elisha that her husband had been a man who loved God so much. So Elisha asked her what she had in her house, and that's when she told him all that she had left was some oil. She had a container of oil, and not even very much in it, I have to tell you. And boy, oil was super important back in those days. Let me show you. Oil back then could be used for all kinds of things. Why, it was really nice as a skin conditioner, a skin softener, a skin protectant. You know, it was very hot, so much sun. It smells really good too. You could put fragrance in there, special oils could help your skin when you had to be in the sun all the time. Oh, oil was also very important for light. For light. You see, they would pour oil into a container kind of like this one, a lamp. They would pour oil into this container and put a piece of cloth for a wick, and then they would light it and it would burn just the way candles do for us today. So if you didn't have any oil, you were living in the dark. That's no fun. Oil was, of course, also important for cooking. We still use oil for cooking. We pour it into our cake batter and our cookie mixes. People back then would use oil to make bread. It was very important. You couldn't make your bread if you didn't have oil. They would even put some of the oil into containers with special spices, and they would pour that onto a plate and dip their bread in it to make the bread tasty after they had baked it. Maybe you've done that at like Olive Garden and other kinds of Italian restaurants. You pour the oil and you dip your bread in. Oh, it's so good. So good. But that was important for them too, not just for us today. And oil was even important as ointment. Why, if somebody got a cut or a scrape, people back then used oil to make medicinal ointments for their scraped up knuckles or the cut that they got when they were outside playing. So oil was super important. Why, oil was so important to the people living back then that it could even be used as money. You could actually barter with it, give somebody your oil, and they would give you something that you needed. But here's the problem. This lady didn't have very much oil. She only had this one container, and it wasn't even full. What in the world was she going to do? Well, she told Elisha about her problem, and so Elisha sent her sons to go and find all the containers that they could, all the jars that they could find. So that's what happened. They brought her all different kinds of containers. And Elisha told the woman, go ahead and pour your oil into the containers that your sons brought. So that's what she began to do. Oh dear. Is that all there is? Oh, that's not enough. She won't be able to sell that and have much money at all. Why, that would barely be enough to light her house and feed her sons and provide ointment and medicine. That's just not enough oil to have and also share by selling it to get money to pay her debts. It's a problem. But her sons had brought her more than one container, and Elisha said, keep filling those containers. So That's what she did. Oh wait, there was more in there. Huh. Isn't that funny? Okay, there we go. Well now, I think she could probably sell that. Maybe she could sell this part of the oil and keep the other part of the oil. That would help her and her sons. You know, they brought other containers too. If only there was more. There is more. Hold it. This is kind of strange. I thought I had it all. But every time the woman poured oil out of her container down to the last drippity drops, she was always shocked to find that there was more. Oh my goodness. I hope I have enough containers here. Fortunately, you know, she had sent her sons to get her all these containers. It's a good thing because turns out there was a lot of oil to go around. Oh, she must have been so relieved to see that there was this and this and this. Oh my goodness. Let me get another one. Okay, apparently there's more. So I'll just pour this right in here. There. Now she has enough to sell. Thank goodness. Oh, not again. I better have more. Okay. Oh, here's one. Okay. Let me just put some in here. There we go. More oil. Okay. Enough for eating. Enough for lamp lighting. Enough to make me find another container. Okay, how about this one? There we go. I'll just put it in this container. There we go. To the last drop. Thank goodness. Okay, here's another one. And let's see. I'll just pour this in here. All of it? Great. I have another one. Don't worry. Okay, pour it right in there. There. Finally, it's all gone. I was really getting... Okay, now it's all gone. Let's see, there's some more here. So now when she goes to sell her oil, if this really was oil, I'm working with water. Oil is too messy, but this is what happened for that woman with her container of oil. Every time she poured some into one of the containers her sons brought, there was always more. God had worked a miracle that day. Elisha knew that this woman's family loved God, and he had prayed that God would help her. And boy, did he ever. Enough oil to use for all the things that she needed it for, and enough to sell in order to pay off her debts and keep her sons with her and safe. Phew! That's a miracle right there. Just imagine how it felt to be her. It must have been pretty amazing. Oh, speaking of amazing, I brought one of my amazing puppet friends. Howie Heartstring is here. Should I bring him out? I wish I'd gotten him out here sooner. He probably would have enjoyed watching all that craziness. Hey, Howie, come on up. What are you doing? What have you got here?
The worst day of my life is what I've got here.
Why's that? Aren't these your toys?
Oh, Fred! How can I part with you, Fred?
Fred? Who's Fred?
My yo-yo.
Oh. your yo-yo. Oh, yeah, look at this. Huh. You've got a cool yo-yo here. What do you mean you have to part with it?
Oh, my mom found out about this toy drive that they're having at the animal shelter, and she wanted me to give up some of my favorite toys so that the puppies and kittens there have something to play with.
Howie, that's a really nice idea. It's a really nice thing to do.
Yeah, but I can't part with Fred. I mean, my yo-yo. Oh, he can do tricks too, like walk the dog.
Go figure. Well, maybe you don't have to give up Fred. Maybe you could give up one of your other toys, you know, like this.
No, I can't give up Frankie.
Frankie?
Frankie Frisbee. He knows tricks too, like fly. And fetch. Well, actually, I do the fetching part.
Okay, then, so you don't have to give up your Frisbee. Maybe you can give up one of these other things.
Not my ball!
Howie, come on, there's gotta be something. Really? Maybe this.
How dare you say I should get rid of Mr. Baconator?
Well, it would be awfully nice to give at least one of these toys, or a few of them, to the animal shelter.
But I can't do it. I mean, I need this stuff more than they do. I'll give next time.
Next time? I think that would disappoint your mom. She really wants you to do the right thing here. Maybe you ought to think this over. I mean, we know that God cares for those in need, but He wants us to be His helpers in that.
Well, God has lots more stuff than I have. He could give the animal shelter all kinds of stuff, a whole planet, and not even notice it.
Actually, that's not how it works. What if Elisha had felt that way?
Who know?
Elisha, I was just talking about him with the kids. He was a prophet of God, and when there was a woman who needed help, Elisha stepped up and helped her.
Oh, what happened?
She needed money to pay her bills, but she didn't have anything that she could even sell except a little tiny bit of oil. And then, when she went to sell it, the oil kept coming and coming and coming. It was a miracle. She ended up with so much oil that she could sell it, and everything went great.
But, wait a second. It sounds like this is Elisha doing everything, not God.
Well, Elisha couldn't work miracles. It takes God to work a miracle. He was just being the helper.
Well, I guess if he could be a helper, I suppose I should too. But maybe God could just make more yo-yos and pass them around.
Well, you know what? If this yo-yo, Fred, is so important to you, maybe your ball could go to the animal shelter. You have quite a few of those, you know.
I suppose. It looks like God does need me to help take care of other people, especially these days. Well, so long, old buddy. I'll give you to the shelter.
Oh, here you go. And maybe this?
I could never solve it anyway.
What about...
I guess I'll give up the red one and keep the blue one at home.
Okay. And how about...
No!
Oh. Would you pray with me? Heavenly Father, thank you so much for supplying all of our needs and for sending helpers to do that work. Help us to be helpers for others who have needs that they can't meet all on their own. We love you, we trust you, we count on you. Thank you so much. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. See you next time, everybody. Bye.